Hello people, today I'm going to be doing a review of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I just got done doing my review for The Amazing Spider-Man, so now let's get right into The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I feel like I'm the only one thinks that this one's just a tad bit better than the first movie. Most people think that the first movie's good and this one's not so good. Well, I personally don't like the first movie. Um, I really don't love this one either, but I actually do enjoy it a lot more. It's a very enjoyable movie that's an overstuffed mess. And and it's not necessarily overstuffed per se, it's just the way it was edited down, the way it was overall, how the movie was edited. And, I know this movie has mountains of deleted scenes. There's a good cut of this movie out there. It just needs to be, give us the web cut at this point. But, this movie just the biggest thing that's so why in my head is Electro. I don't understand his purpose. I don't understand why he's there. I don't understand the point overall for his character being included because and particularly since his character is so distant from the storyline that Peter's going down personally, and this is the main villain of the movie. I get it if it's like another little side hero and Harry Osborn is the main antagonist. I get that, but that's not the case. Osborn is the side antagonist, and the thing that sucks is I like the direction it went up until Osborn got that suit on, and it looked like crap. And the execution of like this new Green Goblin, I didn't care for it all that much. Um, like I thought it was good setups there. It's just like I said, with the way that so much is focused where I feel like it shouldn't be focused, and the shift of focus should be over here where the good stuff is, because this movie does have its moments. I think this might be one of the most stunning visually Spider-Man movies there is. I want to say this is the most visually stunning Spider-Man movie we have. The Hans Zimmer score is excellent to this movie. I still think that Danny Elfman's theme is much better, but Hans Zimmer still did a fantastic job with this movie. And there's a lot of good working pieces here that you would think, make a fantastic movie, but sadly it's not that. And I really have a strong feeling like when they were making this movie, when they were, putting it out, I have a strong feeling that they really thought they had something special. And to get critical backlash like this movie got, I really do feel bad for it. And particularly for like Andy Pascal, and Mark Webb, I feel so bad for them because I'm sure that they thought they had something really good here. It's just too much in one movie. And the thing that's irritating is that it feels so fixable because it's really only one thing that I feel like it's distracting it from all. Because the storyline with Peter's parents, I really like the way that they try to go at it. Like, I really think it's a fascinating storyline. I really kind of like that about the Amazing Spider-Man movies because they try to be something different. So, yeah, this movie overall just is a lot of good things that just don't mesh well. Like, I like I I really like Garfield as Spider-Man in this movie. I really like Emma Stone in this movie. I like the way that their dynamic ends. Of course, spoilers with Gwen dying. I thought that was a really great idea to actually have Spider-Man lose someone like that. Of course, we see Ben die, but now in this movie he has to go through Gwen dying. So see him get a double whammy like that is something that could have been promising for a third movie. To see a Spider-Man like so afraid to lose people. Of course, we never got that third movie, but I thought it was an excellent setup or a stepping stone to the third movie for the emotional state of Peter Parker. I love the relatable themes of Peter trying to find out the story of his parents, what's being hidden from him, why can't he know this. One that I find particularly relatable because when I was like 2 or 3 years old, my mom passed away, and I'm not like trying to figure out what she was like. I know what she was like, but Peter seeks that, connection again. And I can really relate to that because Peter wants answers. All the answers of how my mom passed is right in front of me. It's just, you could tell Peter seeks, almost a father figure again. And for me, it's, a mother figure. So having that whole storyline, I thought really worked and something I personally really related to, which might be why I like this movie just a smidget more than the first one, because the scenes where he's just Peter Parker, I thought were really good in this movie because there's not so much, A lot of people didn't like high school Peter in Andrew Garfield, and this movie kind of shies away from that a lot. Well, obviously because he graduated. Um, and by the way, I love the Stan Lee cameo in this movie. Hey, I think I know that guy. That's just great. Um, yeah, like, I ultimately just feel really bad for this movie because it's like while I watch it, I'm like, this looks and sounds great. I should love this movie because I love this storyline. I love this storyline. I thought this was really well done, but it's too much because I particularly towards a perfect example of how this movie is too much is the very opening of it, where Peter is chasing Rhino, and then Peter's chasing, trying he's chasing Rhino, and then all of a sudden Jamie Foxx shows up, and then you have to kind of movie goes way out of its way to explain Jamie Foxx and how he's involved in the movie, why, set up his character. And then all of a sudden we cut back to Gwen giving this speech, and it's supposed to be emotional, but it's like this early into the movie, we're trying to get to this deeper meaning, but it felt very rushed to get to that speech. It didn't feel earned. They're doing slow motion, and Gwen's giving like these really like sentimental moments. I'm like, we're 5 minutes into the movie and we've already did this, and I would just prefer it to maybe keep it simpler and just maybe snipping out like the Gwen speech, seeing it for the first time at the end of the movie, taking out Max as a whole, just Peter fighting Rhino, trying to get to his graduation. I think that's perfectly fine. And so it's just the movie's constantly like that, because it sounds like I should love this movie, and this movie sounds like people should love it. But when you have so much going on, but you want to grasp onto this, you want to grasp onto that, you just simply can't, because you're just not given enough of it. So, yeah, but I'm just gonna say, like, I think the action in this movie is incredible. The visuals are very entertaining. This is like the God's perfect movie to turn your brain off and watch it, or fold laundry while you're watching a movie, because this movie, like, you can just watch it for the visuals, the score, Andrew Garfield, and maybe stop for a scene that you like or two, and you'll be undeniably entertained. But once you sit down and watch it, you just feel overwhelmed by all these storylines, and you almost kind of feel numb to a lot of the stuff that happens in this movie. So I will admit, I think this movie is a lot more entertaining than the first movie, because the first movie is generic setup that we've seen before, trying to be told in a different way, but I don't think it worked. This movie tries to do something different, but overstuffs it with too much, but it's a little bit more entertaining. I gave Amazing Spider-Man about a 5.4, I believe, and I gave Spider-Man 3 a 5.6. So, and I like Spider-Man 3 better, but I like this one more than Amazing Spider-Man, so I want to go right in the middle. And I think it's a reliable score for this movie because, like I said, it's a perfect movie to turn your brain off, watch it, have fun with not really paying attention to it, because the second you start paying attention, it's sort of like you kind of get frustrated with it. So I'm going to give The Amazing Spider-Man 2 a 5.5 out of 10. Comment down below what you guys thought of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Are you guys one of those that just love this movie and don't understand the hate for it? Or you like me, where you just kind of feel like, about it? So yeah. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.